Salute. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and power to everybody. Thank you to all my subscribers, everybody that support me. For all the new subscribers, strap on the seatbelt. Let me know you're a new subscriber so we can vibe and I can welcome you into the tribe. Also, for my detractors and my haters, know what to do. Not interested, don't recommend, unsubscribe. Peace and power to everybody. All praise due to the Most High. God is great. Allah, Yahweh, Yahshua, so on, etc. Before I get into the video, I just want to say this. I have on sunglasses. I'm going to be wearing them a lot more because of the fact that computer lights are very bright and also the light I'm using when I be doing my lives and my pre-recorded video. So I don't have to keep squinting and looking funny. I'm just going to wear the sunglasses to block the light. It's not for distraction or for deception or to deceive you. No, because people who've been subscribed know I wasn't really wearing sunglasses. I wear my regular glasses, but not sunglasses. So I just wanted to put that quick disclaimer out there about the sunglasses. Okay, so now this is about accountability. If you're going to take anything personal, you don't like accountability. If you're going to get upset, you don't like accountability. And I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to use me. There was a point in my life where I wasn't the man that I am today. I wasn't the man that I'm becoming day by day. I wasn't a good father or a great father or a great dad. I had to work on that. But prior to me working on being a good man or a great man or a better man or a good man or a good father or a better father, accountability had to sink in. People had to hold me accountable for my ways and my actions. And in the beginning, I didn't like it. How come? Because I didn't like myself. How come? Because I wasn't respecting myself. How come? Because I didn't want that self-discipline. How come? I didn't want that self-control. I didn't want someone telling me, well, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You need to do this better, you need to do that better. I thought they was controlling me and trying to tell me what to do. Nope, they was holding me accountable. And when I started to work on self-accountability, a lot of relationships I had with people had to be reevaluated. Some of those relationships, I had to rework them, meaning I had to start from the beginning. And some of those relationships was with family. Some of those relationships with my kids. And still to this day, some of my kids may not like my approach or may still believe that I'm not the man that I became or becoming or the father that I need to be. And I can't argue that. I can't debate that. What I can do, though, is prove that I'm more accountable for what I do, what I say, my ways and my actions. I can do that. And it starts with me. And I'm not doing it or I'm not proving it to them to show them, look, I'm a better man. No, I'm proving it to myself. And if they don't want to accept the man that I become or the father that I'm becoming or the father that I am, I'm not mad at that. But it starts with me and it starts with accountability. And a lot of people don't like accountability. Why they don't like accountability? Because they're being held to a higher standard. Why they don't like accountability? Because now they got to look in the mirror and they got to chastise and criticize themselves. And when you be held accountable, things that we see going on won't go on. For instance, I'm going to go to crime. When somebody does something and a guardian, an aunt, an uncle, a mother, a father, a grandmother, a grandfather may know that that's wrong. What they'll do, that's still my nephew, that's still my son, that's still my granddaughter, that's still my grandson, that's still such and such, my brother, I'm going to go bail them out. Logically and literally. Literally meaning I'm going to put the money up and bail them out. Logically, I'm going to say, nah, when I was your age, I was doing that. And that doesn't hold them accountable instead of saying, yo, not for nothing, man. Yo, that's not smart to be doing that. Yo, if you keep doing that, I ain't going to be around you no more. I ain't telling you not to do it, but I'm telling you how I'm going to operate. You do that, can't come to my house no more. You out here stealing and breaking the law and hurting people. I don't want you around me. Don't use my number no more. Can't come here. I ain't going. If I was washing clothes for you, if I had a washing machine, you can't come here and wash your clothes no more. You could come to my house on the weekend. We can enjoy a basketball game or a football game. Can't come over here no more. Like, nah, that's still my family. It don't matter. How many other people they hurt? Nah. I used to think that when people tell me, yo, if you do this, you can't come to my house. I used to think and believe those people was bad people. No, I was the bad person. Because I was the one that didn't want to be held accountable for what I was doing. When I was out here running the streets hustling. So now that I'm in a better place, it's 20 to 25 years down the line, and I'm becoming the person that I don't want nobody breaking in my car. I don't want nobody breaking in my house. I don't want nobody vandalizing my property. I don't want nobody stealing my valuables. Because why? I was held accountable. I had to go to jail and really do the bids and sit down and think about my ways and my actions. I had to really say, damn, I'm gonna be in here for another 4 or 5 years. I gotta think about that. Damn, I'm gonna be on parole or probation. Damn. Instead of family like, nah, it's all right. I mean, you gonna be all right. We gonna be there for you regardless. But it took people that was like, nah, yo, you know what? Yo, you still getting locked up. Don't call me no more. Yo, you still out there running the streets hustling. Don't come to my house no more. Yo, you're not being a better man. Don't be around me. Yo, you're not doing the right thing with your kids. Just don't come around me. Don't ask me for no help. Don't ask me, can you come to my house and watch the NBA or the NFL? Nah, I'm good. And me not holding myself accountable, what I'm doing, cursing them people out or being disrespectful towards those people. Why? Because accountability. But once I got the reality check and I had to sit down and do them bids by myself, I had to sit down and recognize that it was me. I was the one with the bad attitude. I was the one running the streets. I was the one not doing the right thing. I'm glad that God shed light on what was God so I could see that clearly. So I ain't got to be like, man, you know what? Forget cousin so-and-so, forget aunt so-and-so, forget uncle so-and-so. My moms don't really understand. My pops, this. I'm blaming other people. And I ain't holding myself accountable. So when you don't hold someone accountable or they're not going to let you hold them accountable, there's a word of advice. Leave them alone. It could be your son. It could be your daughter. It could be your woman. It could be your man. It could be your wife. It could be your husband. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be a co-worker. It could be your neighbor. Leave them alone. Love them from a distance. Because they got to start loving themselves more up close and personal. Because when people out here doing things, if it ain't mental health, it's no accountability. So when somebody randomly attacks somebody, it was mental health. When somebody stealing, oh, we gonna bail them out. Somebody breaking in people's homes, oh, we gonna bail them out. We gonna go to the court and get them out of jail. But now, when they steal somebody's car or break into somebody's home and they get hurt, now all of a sudden they family on the news. Oh no, my nephew was a good person. My niece was a good person. My grandson wouldn't do that. My granddaughter ain't like that. My son ain't like that. My daughter ain't like that. My man ain't like that. My wife ain't like that. We don't know what people are capable of when we're not around them. I don't know what all my cousins or all my aunts, uncles, and my mom, people capable of when I'm not around them. They may not be that way around me or amongst me, but I don't know what they're capable of when I'm not there. So how am I just going to sit there and say, well, that's still my mom's. I'm going to be there for her regardless. Nah, she could have hurt somebody else. Or my pops could have hurt somebody else. Or my kid could hurt somebody else. So now I'm just going to override how they hurt somebody else because that's still my mom. So that's still my pops. So that's still my son. Or that's still my daughter. Or that's still my nephew or my niece or my grandkid. I'm just going to ignore what they did because that's because of relation? Nah. Nah. I gotta hold myself accountable to say, you know what? I ain't gonna deal with them in that. I'm not mad at them, but I know me. I'm gonna separate myself from that because I know if I deal with them, for instance, and the cops looking for them now, and they're around me, I could go to jail. I could be held accountable, and that don't mean I don't love the person. But why do I want to put myself in a in a losing situation just to prove to somebody I love them? Nah, I'm gonna keep myself in a winning situation to show myself I love myself. But when we don't hold people accountable, this is what happens. But when the police do something, oh, it's marches. What do we want? When do we want it? It's a right to offend somebody in hip hop. Or no, excuse me, in rap. Because hip hop and rap is two different things. I'm gonna drop a video about that at another time. But I'm saying when it's hip hop or rap, so to speak, oh, you could curse people out. You can talk about people, kids, people, girls, people, mothers, people, fathers, people, families, how broke they are. You get more women in them. You got a better car than them, and we dancing and we celebrating it. We could talk about hurting each other, unaliving each other, and it become anthems. It becomes something to dance to. But when the police do it, and they don't look like us, oh no, the country is racist, cops get away with everything and nothing happens. So, okay, so what about when somebody that look like us do something and it's on camera and they being seen doing it? I don't see people coming out saying, yo, you know what, at the end of the day, yo, nah, we ain't gonna rest till they turn themselves in. We ain't gonna stop until they caught. Now we quiet, now we minding our business. When the police do something, it's marches every day. Family members, they ain't even seeing a long time showing up. Nah, it's messed up what happened to cousin so-and-so. It's messed up what happened to blase blah, etc. Nah, man, this got to stop. But did they have to stop when they was stealing? Did they have to stop when they was breaking into somebody's house? Did they have to stop when they was stealing cars? Did they have to stop when they was gangbanging? But they got to stop because the police did something to them. Now I got to stop. Now it's out of hand. So the accountability factor is too low, definitely in the black community. And people know I don't really do that, but I gotta go there. It's out of hand. Can't tell somebody, yo, nah, man, don't write your name on the wall. Nah, don't take a leak in the hallway. What? Now you gonna tell me what to do? I can do what I want to do, but I'm saying like, yo, nah, but you making it look bad, man. Like this all we got. We gotta uplift it. We gotta protect it. And we shouldn't have to protect it from one another. We should have to protect it from people that's gonna come in and make it look how we don't want it to look. But if I say something, I'm the ops now. You see him right there, he gonna tell me not to write in the elevator. He gonna tell me not to take a leak in the hallway. Like, real? Accountability. When you hold people that look like you're accountable, it leads to fights. It leads to bullets. It leads to knives being drawn. It leads to, yo, I'm gonna run down on him. It leads to 4 against 1. It leads to 8 against 2. Because you want to hold somebody accountable. And they could be on camera doing the wrong thing. Every time I look at the news or I see the internet and I see smash and grabs or I see somebody getting hurt, if it ain't mental health as an excuse, they're getting a low bail, or the news will say, well, they've been arrested 10 times within 2 months. And it's like, wow, they did this, and this. And they family, they got bailed out. If they got arrested, they got bailed out 5 times and they got let go 5 times. And it's like, okay, they bailed them out. So instead of bailing them out, you could have put that money in and started a business. Say, yo, I ain't bailing you out, man. You know what, yo, we gonna get this business going. We gonna work together. Nah, they don't need to work together, but you locked up, I'm gonna bail you out. We can't live together and get a business together, but we could commit crime together. We could scam together. We could fight one another. We could unalive one another. We could stab one another. But we can't work together and get a business, though. Nah, I hold you accountable when it comes to that. I'm the ops. I'm a problem. So it's time for accountability to come back. And if you're unable to hold someone accountable, just leave them alone. That don't mean you don't love them. They think you don't love them, let them think that. Now, another thing about accountability, the government need to start doing this. Yo, person commits a crime. The first time we ain't going to say nothing if they stand with their mother or their father or grandparent or whoever they living with. If you get any sort of help from the government, public assistance, housing, Section 8, Medicaid, EBT, anything like that, we ain't gonna do nothing to you the first time. But after that first time, and that person's still around you, or you still helping them out with resources, room and board and whatever, we're gonna strip you of that. We're gonna take that away from you. Excuse me. We're gonna take that away from you. You won't be able to help them out no more by letting them stay here because you ain't gonna be able to stay here. And it ain't just gotta immediately start with housing or Section 8. It can start with Medicaid. It's like, oh, all right, yo, you know what? Such and such broke the law, and we know they've been staying here, and we told you the first time when they broke the law and they got bailed out or they got let go. We find out you still letting them be here and they breaking the law and they could come back here with said stolen merchandise. So they could come back here and keep their knives and their guns and their weapons here. Or they could come back here for a safe haven. Okay, you get Medicaid, you getting EBT, and you getting housing. Okay, we're gonna start with the Medicaid. We're gonna strip that. So now you gotta find a way to get to the doctor. That's strike one. Okay, if you still letting them happen, okay, strike two, we're gonna take the EBT. Last strike is we're gonna take the housing or the Section 8 or the vouchers away. I truly believe people would stop letting people do things and come back around them. They'll be like, nah, messing with cousin so-and-so, or messing with my own son, or messing with my own daughter, messing with my grandson, or my niece and my nephew. Man, they took my Medicaid. Nah, I'm good. Nah, man, they stripped my EBT. I'm good. Nah, they telling me they gonna take my housing voucher. I'm good. Not that I don't love them, but I can't risk that. But since ain't no consequence for the other people involved, there's no accountability, so they feel like it's whatever. It's whatever. But when you start stripping things away from people, they'll wake up. They'll be like, you know what? Nah, man, I can't afford to lose this because somebody else that may not be running the streets or out here being reckless, they may need that housing. They may need that EBT or they may need that Medicaid or whatever assistance the government is giving them. They may be like, nah, you know what? Yo, nah, man, I need this housing voucher. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm going to be homeless. Or I ain't going to be able to eat. Or I ain't going to be able to go to the doctor. Nah, you know what? I'm good. Nah, you can't come here, though. And you'll really see how they feel about you now. The person that is being reckless, the person that is out here running the street. You'll see how they really feel about you once you do that. Because now, somebody holding you accountable, now they're going to understand what it's like to be held accountable because somebody doing it to you. It's like, nah, you know what? Nah, I'm good, though. Can't come back around me doing that. Can't come to my house no more. I'm good. And I'd be like, oh, yo, oh, so-and-so, man, she hated it. Uncle so-and-so, he hated it. My mom's acting funny. My pop's a grimy dude. Because they don't want to be held accountable, so they're going to blame everything on you. They're going to point all the fingers back at you. It's like, oh, nah, I'm saying, no, man, that's my pops. How you going to act like that? Because welfare paying his rent, or because he getting Medicaid, or because my mom's getting EBT, she tripping. Like, hold on, but what about if you got little brothers and little sisters? They got to eat. And it's like, okay, but you doing what you doing, you running back to your aunt or your mom's or your uncle or your pops or your grandfather or your grandmother. And it's like, but you jeopardizing them. And even if you ain't got no little sisters, no little brothers, but what about that aunt or that uncle or your grandma or your grandfather or your moms or your pops? They probably really need that. They getting older. So that Medicaid, they need that to go to the doctor. Or they need that EBT to eat. Or they need that housing voucher. Or they need that Section 8 voucher. Like, yo, dog, I need this. If I ain't got nothing else. So now accountability would do that. Accountability will have that structure and stability in place. Because it's like, man, yo, I ain't trying to lose what I got. No. Do I want the government to do it? No. Do I think the government should start thinking about getting it done? Yes, because it will decrease other people from enabling people to do things. Be like, you know what though? But I'm saying they already gave me the first warning was they took this away from me. I don't want them to. I love you, but I don't want them taking this away from me because you don't want to listen, because you don't want to do the right thing. I can't make you do the right thing because some people in that situation, some sons don't listen to their father or their mother. Some daughters don't listen to their father or their mother or their grandmother or their grandfather or their aunt, their uncle, whoever the guardian may be. They're just out of control like that. They ain't gonna listen. So if the government put that in play, now it's like, hold on, but I'm saying They talking about taking this away from me. Nah, I love you, but nah, can't come around me. Nah, you can't. Don't call my phone. No, I ain't going to bail them out. Cause remember last time we bailed them out, my name was on that bail slip. Nah, they know where I live at. I don't want them being nosy looking at my background because I try to be a loving, helping family member. Nah, I'm good. I don't want nobody coming up to my job. I don't want nobody asking me no extra questions because I try to help out such and such. I try to be there for them. And it backfired on me. Now they want to investigate me. Now they want to look into my business. I'm not saying I got nothing to hide. I just don't want nobody in my business. I ain't saying I did anything wrong. I just don't want nobody asking me no unnecessary questions because I love my aunt or my uncle or my niece or my nephew or my grandson or my granddaughter or my son or my daughter. Now I'm good off that. I don't want to jeopardize my business because I love such and such. It's like, nah, man. I don't put my name on that bail slip, or nah, I was willing to sign over my deed to my house to get them home. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to lose my situation. Because now that I'm want to hold them accountable for their ways and their actions, now I really get to see how they really feel about me. They never cared about me and my house. They never cared about me and my other kids, or they never cared about their own sister, their own brother. And I'm not mad at them. I just don't want to be caught up in that. I don't want to have to go through that. And if they think I'm not a real man or a real mother or a real father or a real woman or a real aunt or a real uncle or a real guardian, no problem. But I don't want to jeopardize mine. If they don't think I'm a real husband or a real wife, so I don't want to jeopardize mine no more though. So that's why I truly believe the government need to start considering doing that. Because it'll make people that's running it back to other people. So if it's kid out here doing things, he gangbanging and he hustling or he running the street and he living with his moms and they tell his moms, yo, okay, your son got arrested one time. He got bailed out. He got let go. Look, we not mad or nothing like that, but this is what we gonna do. We find out he still could stay here and we know he be having guns in here or him and his gang members meeting up over here or he doing crime running back here. Okay, we gonna come to you now. We gonna strip this from you. We gonna take, like I said, you get Medicaid, you get EBT, you get housing, you gotta say, we going one by one, we're gonna start stripping things away. And if you only got one thing, then if they're helping you pay your rent, you're on your own. We ain't gonna help you pay it. You gotta find a way to get it paid. I truly, truly believe that people will rethink their process how they're gonna let people get away with things and come back around them. Because like I said, some people are in that mind frame where some people ain't gonna listen to them. It's like, man, they out of control. And they don't their hands is tied with the situation. Like, I can't do nothing else. Well, if the government say, yo, we gonna strip this away, I truly, truly believe people will rethink their process. Because I know when I was out here not doing the right thing 20, 25 years ago, my mom's like, yo, nah, you can't come stay here. You can't be here. I ain't helping you out. When I got locked up, my mom's wasn't coming to see me. And in the beginning, I was resenting my mom's. But the more I matured and got older, I'm thankful she did. Because I needed that tough love. I needed that. I needed for her to hold me accountable. I needed for her to be like, nah, I ain't riding that out. I ain't putting nothing in your account. Nah, you can't call my house collect. Nope. Don't even write me no letters because I don't want to be responsible for receiving the letters. Then you think I'm going to be sending you stamps and I ain't going to be getting you no toiletries, no toothpaste, no soap, nothing. No, you're on your own. You did that on your own. I ain't got nothing to do with that. In the beginning, I resented my mom. But as I grew up, I appreciate her more for that. And when I became the mature adult that I know I needed to be, I went back like, your mother, my bad. I was dead wrong. I appreciate you showing me that tough love. Same thing with my father. Same thing with aunts. Same thing with uncles. Same thing with grandparents. Same thing with co-workers or whoever, or women that was in my life. Baby mother, whoever. I went back like, yo, you know what? I wasn't in the right mind frame. I apologize, but thanks for holding me accountable. It made me a better man. It made me make better decisions. Thank you for that. And if they wanted me back in their life, I was back in their life. But if they didn't, couldn't be mad at that either. They didn't tell me to do the things I did. It was outlets. I decided to go the other way. I didn't want to accept what they told me. Yo, you need to go to school. You need to do this. I wanted to make my own decisions. I wanted to be my own man. But I didn't want to be held accountable at at that junction in my life. So it's like, you know what? Nah. But once I started to mature, and I'm like, nah, this accountability thing is real. People don't want to be held accountable. That's the issue. And that's what this video was about. So anybody that's seeing this video, if this resonate with you, drop a comment, let me know. And for the haters and detractors, I'm not mad at nobody, but it's time to wake up. If you know right now, as you're seeing this video, and you know anybody out there, a loved one that's out there being reckless, let them know I love you, but yo, you can't bring that around me. I'm not mad at what you're doing because they may not want to listen to you or they may not want to take the advice. And they may be like, man, you can't tell me what to do, which is true. But that don't mean they could call you. That don't mean you should let them in your house or your home, or you should help them out the way you was helping them out. Because if you see you helping them and they still got the same consistent energy and the same consistent patterns, cut them off. Because again, if you get any help from the government, all right, if you get help from the government, say okay, you married, you getting help from your husband, like, yo, I love you and all that, but yo, I don't want to keep helping your nephew. I want to keep helping your niece. I want to keep helping your god kids or whatever. Or yo, I ain't gonna be there for our son or our daughter. They don't listen. I don't want to jeopardize my situation. I think I'm gonna have to divorce you. I'm gonna have to leave you. Vice versa. If you wife and you going through that with your husband family, no, don't have it. Accountability. That's the bottom line. Accountability. Whoever ain't feeling it, time to go the other way. Peace, bro.